Why would you want to act like you're not interested when you are interested? Like, what the fuck? What is the point? I'm all about dating talk.
Are you?
Oh yeah.
Not only am I gonna go and get rejected by this person, I'm gonna go and get rejected in front of all this.
Yes. The imposter syndrome, it definitely like takes a toll on your confidence.
Yeah, but I'm like so excited to have you on. I feel like I'm always like, oh, how's 90 yards doing?
Okay, man, I swear. Everyone does that for some reason. Like,
it's a catchy username.
It's so catchy.
Yeah.
that's why I made it.
Yeah.
But like, it got to the point where like, it's like a meme or something. You know what I mean? Like, I'm like, is it cool or is it not cool?
No,
you know?
it's sick.
No,
it's sick.
it's cool.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
As long as
worry,
like
it's cool.
some validation, then I'm okay.
But yeah, hi everyone, I'm Hannah. Welcome to BULGOGI Pod. I'm your host, but I have two very special guests on today. But the more important guest,
The most important guest.
yes, we have Aaron. You might know him as 90 yards. But you are a photographer by trade. And then we also have my sister here today because you all have shot together, yeah?
Yeah.
A few times.
Okay.
Like,
And so yeah, I guess like in terms of photography, like when did you kind of get started? Have you always been like into it?
towards the end of senior year, one of my friends was asking my other friend to take their senior pictures. But he was like, oh, I don't want to do that. And I was like, oh, I'll do it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So then after that, it kind of just carried on. I like realized that like I enjoyed like doing it. And I kind of just took it more serious as like time grew on. And then here I am. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
I feel like it took a couple years to like really figure out whether I wanted to do. But I feel like there wasn't anything else that I was really enjoying. And I wasn't good at school. So it was like the only thing that I knew that I was good at. And like the only thing that I enjoyed.
Yeah. Okay. And then, you know, we spoke a little bit before this about just like, you know, what we've been going through. I feel like it's super normal, like being in your 20s to just like constantly be thinking about shit. And
Yeah.
so I know one of the things you brought up was a little bit about imposter syndrome. Yeah, I kind of wanted to like dig into that. Like, is this a more like recent feeling or like how did this kind of like come about?
I don't know if it's like my age or if it's like the environment that I'm like now in, but I've hit like such a big like imposter syndrome crisis.
Really?
Yeah, where like I remember like 4 or 5 years ago, I was telling my mom, I was like, yo mom, I'm gonna get rich off this photo stuff, mom. Like
There's so much money.
yeah, you know, I'm gonna buy you whatever, you know, blah blah blah, or like basically just like saying that I'm gonna be successful in like the photo scene by like a certain year. So back then, like obviously those expectations were like really high for myself. And then like once reality hits, you kind of like take a step back and like look at it a little bit and you're like, maybe like there's other things that I might want to get into, hobbies or interests.
Right.
So I think like the imposter syndrome, it definitely like, I think it takes a toll on your confidence. I think also moving out of my parents' house gave me like a lot of like alone time too.
Right.
So you kind of like, you get so much more time by yourself and then you're just in your thoughts and then then it's just a spiral, man. You're going down the rabbit hole the whole time. 23 has definitely been the most like mentally challenging in terms of just like what I want to like do, you know? It's like such a new feeling that it's like all like not familiar.
At least for me, I'm not sure like if you guys could relate to this, but like career informs my identity so much.
Yeah.
So when things aren't going like quote right in terms of career, I think it like you said, like it impacts my confidence.
Yeah.
And like
Yeah.
and then that'll kind of bleed into literally
Everything.
Everything.
Yeah.
It's like always on your mind too, man. Like every single day, you're kind of just like, obviously like you go through your daily motions and stuff like that, you know?
Yeah.
And then sometimes like you'll get those little like pockets of time and you're like, you start to think, you're like, is my like, I don't want to say like effort, because obviously like you put effort into like whatever you're passionate about, you know? But like, is it valued in like this like community that you're supposed to like, that you want to be in, you know what I mean? Like you kind of like doubt yourself. Obviously, you know, you doubt yourself whether like your skills are good enough to be like the next, you know, the next successful person in whatever you want to be in.
Right.
That's when like all of the fear of failure and then the self-sabotage comes along. And then you also don't internalize like the success that you've already had, like the little wins
Yes.
that you have, because you're looking at like such a bigger thing and you just don't think you're good enough for that thing.
And I think that's what a lot of people don't remember, myself included. Like, I forget about all the things that I've like accomplished or like have like succeeded in, and like I'm so focused on what's the next best thing that I could produce, or like what is the next like step to like elevating whatever I'm doing to like the next level.
Right.
And I think once you get in your head about questioning all those things, sometimes you like you just like don't go anywhere. You know what I mean? Because you're so hard stuck on like thinking on what you need to do that you don't do nothing. That you just end up not
spiral, no action.
Yes, bro.
Dude, you're speaking to the choir.
Like literally, it's like I feel like everyone's advice to like not do that is just to like go out and do it. It's like, motherfucker, what do you mean?
There are mental blocks up here.
Yeah, like you don't realize how steep this hill is, man. It's crazy. It's fucked up. That's where I've been at least as of pretty recently.
Yeah.
So that's why I think it'd be cool to like try out new things, obviously.
Yeah. And then also, right, you just mentioned like how steep the hill is. I feel like that's one huge question, but another huge question is like, am I going up the right hill?
Yes.
You know, it's like, is this the path that I should be like putting all my energy and effort towards?
Yes.
But then I'm like, I get confused because like there are too many options.
Yeah,
you know?
it's overwhelming. It's like for sure, like it's so overwhelming because it's like once you go to like so far into like whatever you think you're supposed to be doing, it's like, fuck, I can't go back. You know what I mean?
Right. It's like sunk cost. I put too much
Exactly.
into this. Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. Like, that's how, like, even for, like, photo, I've been doing it for so long because for so long, I thought I would be doing it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, I thought I'd be doing this, like, my entire life. If I just, like, quit now, it's like all the stuff that I've done in the past, it doesn't go to waste.
Right.
But it's like, you know, like, what was all that for, essentially? Like good memories. I mean, I'm all about good memories.
Right.
But like at the same time, man, I'm also not trying to be left behind in the dust, you know?
Yeah,
kind of just with the community that I've been like wanting to be in.
And let me think about how to transition this into dating talk.
I'm all about dating talk.
Are you?
Oh yeah. Wait,
go.
first, what are your guys' signs?
Taurus. Okay.
Taurus.
Yeah. I'm a Capricorn, Aquarius, cusp.
Oh.
Cusp?
I'm a cusp. So
Is that means your rising and your moon is?
Or no. It's like I'm right in between. Like I'm on the last day of Capricorn.
Oh, okay.
You encapsulate both.
Kind of. I just pick and choose what the
Yes.
good qualities.
You have options. Yeah.
You can go both ways. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I'm a Virgo, and then
Identify?
do I identify?
Like as a Virgo? Like do you read the daily horoscopes? And
No,
you're like, this is me?
I mean I have both apps.
Oh,
I have
okay,
Pattern
CoStar.
and CoStar. Yeah, because I heard that CoStar was like rigged or it's like biased.
Oh, is it?
I don't know. That's what I heard.
Okay.
But
I wouldn't be surprised if that was happening.
yeah, I wouldn't either.
Right.
'Cause
Like,
I would have done the same thing. Yeah, man, fuck you. Yeah.
right. And are you using Pattern as like a dating app? Like how does this
No,
Are you able to like DM girls on there and be like, yo, I think our stars.
Yo, we're both Virgos. I think we should meet up. It only says we have 27% compatibility, but it doesn't matter. Like, bro, nah, like, I think pattern is also like, dude, it's dumb. Like, pattern, you have to like pay for like Pattern Deluxe to like learn more about one another or something like that.
Do you have deluxe?
Fuck no! I got Deluxe. Imagine. Nah, if I had Deluxe, that'd be crazy.
The girls would go
If you're a guy and you have Pattern Deluxe or whatever, you're probably a hoe. You know what I mean? Like, I feel
definitely a hoe.
like you know what you're doing when you get that. But everyone has something different to say about every horoscope.
Yeah.
You know, like I'll meet people and they're like, oh, I hate Gemini men. Oh, I hate Virgo men. Like everyone's got a different experience with it.
Right.
But like once I tell people that I'm a Virgo with a Scorpio rising, they're like, oh, you're so manipulative, blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, bro, you don't even know, like,
You don't even know
you don't know me. Yeah,
Right. I might be manipulative.
I might be, but you like haven't found out yet. Yeah. Well, you could find out if you wanted to. Like,
Just get to go on a date with me.
Yeah.
Get to know me first.
Literally, like that's how it is every time I bring up my my horoscope.
Maybe don't say your rising then.
Yeah, no, I don't. I'm always just like, oh, I'm a Virgo.
Just lie.
And then if they ask, then I'm like, I don't know.
I have no idea.
I'm just manipulating, just like on the spot. And then they find out I'm a Scorpio, and then it all goes together, man. Like,
Oh my god.
I don't know.
What are you like in relationships?
Dude, I was just talking about this with one of my friends, actually. The one thing that I really look for, I guess, is like banter. Like just being able to talk. Like I feel like when I open up, this goes for just like friends too, but just like I feel like I'm closed off to a certain point, you know? I'm not like mean or nothing, but like I'm definitely a little bit more shy. You know, like until I get like a feel what type of person they are. But like once I'm like if I'm comfortable enough to like say whatever or just like do whatever and like they appreciate it, then it's like definitely one of those things where it's like, oh, you know, like it makes me want to spend more time with them. I don't know, like I love like goofing off and shit like that. Yeah. It's like definitely my biggest personality trait, I think.
Oh, he's goofy.
Yeah, like silly. Nah, literally, like that's how it is. Like I love being able to like fuck around with whoever. Type of stuff.
Do you feel like it's rare that like you have good banter with someone?
Nowadays, yes.
Oh, okay.
Nowadays, I think, but that goes with like that ties in with like it's so hard to meet new people and like build good genuine like connections with people that like most of the time I don't even get to that point. Like I don't even get to the point of banter. Right. Because oh my god, this also ties in with another thing. For some fucking reason, this whole like thing about who could care less or who could care less more is like so huge. Yeah. Like who could put in less effort more? Right. And I fucking hate that.
It's a
like
stupid game.
It's so it like makes me upset because it turns me into this person that like I feel like I need to not express all of myself because they're not doing it. You know what I mean? Yeah. And I get it, like I've heard like some arguments that like, oh, they don't want to be portrayed as like crazy or like too into it, but like at the end of the day, like why? Right. You know what I mean? Like why would you want to act like you're not interested when you are interested? Right. Like what the fuck? What is the point? What is the point of that, dude? Like it makes no fucking sense. It doesn't. Cause then there'll be like sometimes like, oh, you know, like I'm trying to engage in like banter, just like, you know, shits and giggles. Right. And then it's just like a block. It's just like a fucking barricade. It's
like, oh, they stopped responding for 6 hours.
Yeah. And then they're just like, hey. And I'm like, no, it's not like, dude, I literally just like did the most out of pocket, you know, like not out of pocket, but like the most just like goofy, like I'm putting myself out there, you know, for your entertainment. Yeah. And then then you gonna act like, oh yeah, that's weird. Motherfucker, like, dude, it's like such a shitty feeling, dude. Like I don't know. That whole thing. And I feel like it's like now, I feel like it hasn't been like that before. You know what I mean? Yeah. Like this whole thing about like not caring, who could care less more. Right. I've never had that issue ever in like all my like years of living.
Would you say you're like pretty straightforward when it comes to like if you like someone then you're like
I think when I like someone, I'm not like so straightforward to the point where I'm like, oh, you're so cute, you know, I really like you, blah blah blah. But like I definitely put in more attention to like that person than I do with like you could tell like a lot of people don't like texting. I don't hate texting. I'm not gonna say I enjoy it, but like I have no problem with texting.
Yeah.
Right.
And usually like when I want to like talk to someone or like if I'm interested in someone, I'll text you all day,
Right.
you know, and I won't care.
Yeah.
It doesn't bother me. It's, you know, it's just one of those things that it's like, if I'm doing it and it's not reciprocated, it's a little embarrassing, you know?
Yeah.
And it's like, it then like, I'll catch the hint, obviously. Like, if you're obviously gonna throw hints, then yeah, like, take a step back, you know, and I'm not gonna, you know, I won't put that much energy into it.
Yeah.
Right.
But half the time, no one, like, communicates that.
Oh yeah.
They're just gonna act like they don't care.
Be nonchalant. Yeah, for sure.
Dude,
Yeah.
fucking whole nother thing, man. It's crazy. I hate that stuff. That shit is so annoying. I could like rant about that all day, man. Like, it's just like the most. It's so weird.
It's backwards.
It is,
Yeah.
and like especially nowadays with how hard it is meeting new people.
Why are we making it harder?
Yes, it's hard enough that I fucking met you.
Right.
You know what I mean? Now you gonna make it 10 times harder about acting like you're not interested.
Right.
What's the point? What's the point? I shouldn't even step outside at that point. You know what I mean? Putting so much energy into this shit is not. I don't know. If you guys are interested in someone, what are your ways of expressing it? Like, I guess that goes for in person and over the phone.
I'd rather FaceTime than text. I like a call. I don't like the texting stuff.
Yeah.
I think I overthink it.
Okay, then question, right? You meet someone out in person.
okay.
Are you calling them? Are you FaceTiming them?
Yeah. Like, you met once. Okay, what if you don't even meet? You know what I mean? And you guys just strictly start conversation over the internet. Like, and then you're like, oh, can we FaceTime? Like, at that point, it's one of those things where it's like, if you don't say it, then like neither of you guys know. You know what I mean? Like, if you do meet someone outside at a bar, you guys exchange phone numbers, the next day rolls over and he texts you. Do you want to be texting all day, or would you rather FaceTime like next day?
Maybe like the next day's a little aggressive for a call.
Yeah. That's what I would think too.
Yeah.
But like,
That's what I'm like, oh, the fuck?
Yeah.
Let's be a little nonchalant. Like, I want you to not care.
yeah. Yeah. I don't want you to care that much.
Yeah,
You know? Care a little bit. But so you saying you have no issue?
If I like the person, texting is not a bothersome. Like I would want to text them.
Yeah.
But then if I'm not interested, then I'm like, I don't want to
Yeah.
all the time.
Yeah.
You know? So
But then if you're not interested, then like you guys probably wouldn't like exchange phone numbers realistically, right? Or is that not the case? Like, is there some times where you like exchange phone numbers and then you're like, oh shit, maybe I was just like a little too drunk.
yeah.
And like now I'm not like really that interested.
that happens.
I think a lot of times, if like you put me on the spot, I'm giving you my number, which it shouldn't be like
It shouldn't,
that.
yeah.
I should like think about it a little bit more, because like why do random people have my number? You know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think it has to do with just like, oh, I like am trying to like be nice, like in person or whatever, you know?
I get that. I could understand. Like, I feel like it's like a lot of pressure. You know, when a guy comes up to you and is like, yo, what's your number? You're like, I don't know you. Yeah.
Like, let's banter a little bit.
Yeah. Let's like, fuck, you know, yeah. Like, when have you gone to a bar and have you met someone new at the bar that like you're friends with now, or that like you ended up talking to?
Ooh.
You know what I mean?
No, not for me.
Same.
Wait, same. But mine is more so because I'm shy. Like, I
Same.
think a lot of times, especially right in bar situations, like in going out situations, I'll be like, he's cute. I'll tell all my friends, and they'll kind of like shove me towards him.
Yeah.
Like, they're very aggressive about it. But like, I don't like that kind of pressure, or even like the pressure that like I admitted to myself or like my friends that like, oh, like that person is like a little interesting to me.
Yeah.
Like, it just like puts me in this position of like, oh, I'm not gonna talk to you.
Yeah. Are you opposed to going up to the guy first, or do you have any problem with like starting conversation with people
You
at the
know,
bar? Say like you weren't shy.
Right.
You know what I mean?
You see, I've been trying to not be shy. I've been trying to like get myself to like approach and like be a little bit like honest and bold.
Yeah.
But it's been like really hard.
Yeah.
Like it's a mental block.
Dude.
You know?
Yes.
Yeah.
Like of just like what, like I'll get in my head and like 5 minutes will pass and I'm like, what the fuck do I say?
Yeah.
And so I'm like over there like being a creep, like looking at his entire outfit. What can I compliment him on? What can I compliment him on? And then they always end up having a girlfriend.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
And they're by themselves?
Yeah. I've literally met people where like we'll start having a conversation and then he went, he asked me first, like, oh, are you single? And I was like, yeah. I was like, what about you? And he goes, oh, I have a wife. And I was like, oh, okay, cool.
Yeah.
And he's like, oh, I have a baby too.
What?
Do you want to see photos of my baby? And I'm like, why are you out right now?
Yeah.
Your baby is 10 months old.
Yeah.
Yeah. And so like those kinds of situations will happen. Or like I think a lot of times if people are approaching me, I'm just like not that interested.
Okay.
Yeah.
That makes sense.
So maybe like types aren't aligning.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I think the issue that I've had is like, I mean, it hasn't happened often, but like the times where I have gone up to people and I like try to start convo, it like never goes anywhere. You know what I mean? Like, but like I'll go up to someone, you know, I don't know, whatever it is, compliment, whatever, and then they'll just be like, thanks. And I'll be like, yeah, okay. Like, I don't know what to, you know, I choke up. Yeah. So that's why I like to stop. Like now, I'm over, like, I think like the anxiety gets to me, like too much, dude. Yeah. Like I don't know what it is. Like, I don't know. Like, I think it's the awkwardness and like the tension. Yeah. Especially if they're not giving anything back. Right. Yeah. I start to freak out. Yeah. I start getting sweaty. I'm like, shit, man. I don't know what to say next. Yeah. I'm like, okay, later.
Wait. So how did you get out of that situation when it happened?
So like I usually just like walk away. Or I'm just like, okay. And then I like just turn my like full 180. You know what I mean? Yeah, full 180. Or like I like if I'm like talking to them and like as soon as I realize that they're not giving me like any kind of like nothing to work with, I'll like scan the room at the same time to like find someone I could go up to. And I'm like, okay, later, you know? Yeah. Dude, it's I don't know, man. Talking to people shouldn't be that hard. Yeah. But it's like
it is
so hard. It's so fucking hard.
Yeah. Do you have like a go-to pickup line? Yeah.
No, man. I don't.
No?
I don't think I've never flirted in person.
Oh.
Like if
you're
I'm
a keyboard warrior?
Well, yeah, hold on. Yeah. Like I guess like I am keyboard warrior, but like at the same time, like if I'm meeting someone, like when I have like met people like in person, the way like my way of flirting is just making them laugh. You know, like I'm not gonna be like, oh, like you so fine, you know, like
that's what
I love, like I love everything about no, like that's not like I'll try to do. I like what I
so hard at your impression
like,
it's really accurate.
Yeah, like it's so like I don't got that confidence in me to be able to like go up to a girl and be like, yo, I think you're like super cute.
It's okay, we don't want that.
Exactly.
That's when I literally moonwalk away.
Yeah.
She literally moonwalks.
Like actually moonwalks?
When I'm not interested and they're like too aggressive, I just be really fucking weird.
Yeah, that's also like another thing. Like I also know that like if you come off too aggressive, it's like already game over. Yeah. You know what I mean? Yeah. And that's why, so like every time where I have met a girl, I like to put myself basically at like a lower pedestal to like let the other person be comfortable enough to where they could like banter, you know, at that point they could like say whatever and like I don't give a fuck, you know what I mean? Like I could take jokes, I could take like whatever, you know what I mean? But like I'm not going up to you and I'm not like honestly the best compliment you'll get from me in person is probably something about like your style. Yeah. Or like what you're wearing. But I probably won't call you cute. Yeah. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Just because, like, dude, that's like if I call you cute and it like doesn't work out that way, like it's so fucking embarrassing. I couldn't imagine. I purposely don't put myself in that position because I'm scared that like if I do compliment them, it's like not. It's just you know, they're not gonna be fucking with it.
You're right.
But then when you really think about the worst thing that happens is that you just never see them again. You know?
True.
Like,
But then, you know, you start to like really overthink it.
okay, yeah.
They're like, I'm gonna end up in the group chat. Oh, this fucking guy just came up to me, blah blah blah. You know, like I do not want to be that guy.
Oh my
Like if I end up in the group chat, it's over. I'm done.
So you're thinking about the group chat.
Yeah, like that's how far I'm thinking ahead. I need to make sure that like my approach is group chat worthy, but like good, you know, in a good way. Not like, oh, this fucking creep came up to me, you know, started complimenting me, blah, blah, blah. It's got to be like, oh, this guy's so funny. He just, you know, bought me a drink, blah, blah, blah. That type of stuff.
Like, have you been successful?
Like talking to someone at like a bar or anything?
yeah.
No. Well, hold on. I'm not going to say I haven't failed.
Right.
Because I haven't done it.
Okay.
You know what I mean? That's what I'm saying. Like at the same time, like I'm just not gonna do that.
Yeah.
You know, like my social anxiety is a real fucking thing, and I'm like not putting myself in a situation where I know I gotta be like really fucked up, and I gotta have like so much confidence because I'm already not a loud person. I'm not an extrovert where I'm going out, you know, making conversations with just anyone.
Yeah.
You know, I'm going to bars, and most of the time I'm just in my friend group.
Yeah.
And I feel like that's how it is most of the time with
Usually,
everyone, you know?
Yeah, and I think that makes it hard too. It's like, oh, you see all the separate little groups.
Dude.
And so it's like, not only am I going to go and get rejected by this person, I'm going to go and get rejected in front of all this.
Yes.
That's
yes.
true. That's a huge thing.
That's another thing
Yeah.
with like going out to bars and stuff. It's like when you go out somewhere, it's going to be a group. I'm not about to put myself alone and go up to 4 to 5 people and be like talking to this one girl,
Right.
and everyone's just looking at me.
Right.
Yeah.
It's
I'm gonna choke
That's-
up.
Yeah, that
you know,
scary.
especially for like the girls that like go out to bars with guy friends.
Oh.
You know, it's like one or 2 girls, or sometimes just one.
Right.
But then there's like 3 or 4 guys in the group. Fuck no! I am not doing that. You are crazy. All my girl homies are like, go talk to her, go talk. No! You're crazy if you think I'm gonna do that, dude. Like, that shit is insane. Who do you think I am?
Right, because then I'm sitting in the
that's
corner
totally
observing
valid.
and going, is that her boyfriend?
Yes.
Or like, am I gonna go up and he's gonna pretend?
Yes.
You know?
Like that, yes, that's also another thing. Like, say, like, I do go up. So many scenarios I could go down.
Totally.
Yeah.
They could be like the protective type of guy over their girl homies. Because like I'm not like I do that too. Like I like if
Right.
you know what I mean. I feel like that's every guy though.
Yeah.
But like they can go that way. They could be like an actual boyfriend. They could also just be like, who the fuck are you? You know what I mean? Like what are you doing?
Right.
Like it's like there's countless like types of scenarios that could happen that I just do not bother, dude. Like there's no way, man.
And so would you rather, so like let's say a girl came with 2 of her guy friends. Are you like scoping, waiting for the time when like she like maybe goes to the bathroom or like goes to get a drink by herself? Like are you like, you know, like waiting
like
for the
planning
perfect?
it out.
Yeah.
No. No. Honestly, like I like sometimes like I'll think about it where I'm like, oh yeah, maybe I'll like wait till like they all leave, or like if she's like just like with one of her homegirls or something.
Yeah.
Say it happens. I probably still won't do it.
Yeah.
And that's like the thing that sucks, because it's like the worst thing she could say is no. That's what everyone says. But at the same time, like the worst thing that could happen is like humiliation, you know? Like maybe it's not even her saying no, but it's like more of like an internal thing
Yeah.
where it's like, say she does say no, you know?
Right.
What if she says no in like the most meanest way? Type of stuff. And then you're like,
Damn.
All right, well,
Yeah.
this was awkward, you know, like, I'm gonna go back later. Yeah, that's like another thing is like, say like when that does happen, I don't know how to exit. Like, am I gonna be like, oh, enjoy your night?
Right.
Or is that weird? Or is that like awkward? So like, say if that happened to you guys and you weren't feeling it.
Yeah. When they see that you're not into it and then they respect that and then they leave, it's like points.
It's, like, it's also like, oh, should I have not rejected him because he was so respectful?
Like not because that's
really?
rare. Because usually they just keep going until you have to moonwalk away, and then it's like, why did I have to do that? Why did I have to be weird?
Right.
Yeah,
like, why did you take me to that point?
Right.
Yeah.
Right. No, exactly.
And you should never reach that point of moonwalking
I
anymore.
moonwalked so much.
Like that is,
Yeah.
that's pretty crazy.
Well, I think that's a good place to end the podcast.
Yeah, that was good.
Yeah.
We're gonna need you back on when you do decide to approach a girl.
If I decide to approach a girl,
I think we should all do it.
the likelihood of that happening is slim, to be honest. But
Okay, well, if any
knows?
girls want to slide into
No.
Aaron's 90 yards,
No.
90 yards, but yards is spelled without an A, right?
YRDS.
YRDS.
I'm off the gram. I'm off the gram right now.
Oh, really?
Yeah, so follow him on Instagram. He'll get back to you soon. And then Kara, you can find her at, is it __? KARASKYE. Find all the BULGOGI stuff down below. I'm HANAKATT, but that's it. I hope you guys laughed as much as we did.
Yeah, that was fun.
My jaw kind of hurts. Like, I was laughing. Yeah, and we'll catch you next week.
Yeah.
Bye.
Bye.